of Orlando, seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge.
Programs are located at...
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Williams.
And looking at his offensive numbers in the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Lights out there with Lou Williams, and it's Harrell in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Fultz, and it's Isaac in at the 3. What great athleticism with both these teams. I mean, every move so graceful, so skilled. I mean, majestic.
It is, Kevin. There's an explosiveness. There's this speed that is absolutely incredible to watch. Every possession up and down the floor could have the potential highlight reel.
Here's Vucevic. Rebound by the Clippers. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
They swipe it. There's Shakur. Again, the Clippers.
Well, here in the midseason, you have to be impressed with the way that Shea has come in and improved his game. Never stopped working, and he is clearly a player that is going to help this team for years to come.
I don't think, Greg, many people figured Shea would have this kind of impact on this team this early in his career. Here's Fournier after the made shot from lights out. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Here's Fournier, who's coming off a 13-point game against Boston. And good that time.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player. And if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
Here's Shakur. And then jammed down as he goes right over Markelle Fultz.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Now, here's Fournier. Great D that time from Harrell. Right side, Leonard. Fires for 3. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Magic shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
That free throw, no good.
Well, Nikola Vucevic is a capable back-to-the-basket scorer, and he plays with tremendous confidence, guys.
And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And, Greg, they've been...
Wow, hammering it in!
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Fultz the pass to Isaac. Williams against Fournier. Shoots from 14, and he hits the jump shot.
Well, this is one of Fournier's go-to shots. Such a strong sense from when to fire from that distance.
It's stolen by Vucevic. And here we go. Fast break. Fultz has got it. And no good. Clippers leading by 4. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, almost effortless there from Kawhi Leonard. The reach and leaping ability. Look out.
Magic have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Fournier against Williams. Passes it to Fultz. Good on the 13-footer. Fultz has got 6. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They get it back.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Here's Fournier. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Fournier's got his second basket.
This guy is more than capable as a ball handler. Fournier, clever, navigating his way around the defense.
Wow.
The pretty dunk brings down the house.
Gracious. How about the hang time you need to pull off something like that?
I know, above and beyond. You're right.
And you add in the creativity with all the dunks out there, and we've seen some. That one stands out. Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Isaac. Back to Fournier. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Shakur, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Fultz with the ball. He had 22 points in the win against Boston.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates. They just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Isaac with the steal. And here we go. Fultz heading to the basket. Good work there as it goes. He's got 8.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Shakur passes to Williams. Nice D from Fournier. Orlando, they've gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. Fultz, no good.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
And it's George finishing it off.
Kev, the speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space.
Fournier against Leonard. And it's lights out with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, a bit reckless right there. That's his second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Los Angeles leading by 7. Isaac out there with Taj Gibson. And there's Mohamed Bamba. Then there's DJ Augustine. And it's Galloway in at the 2. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, lights out in their last game against the Heat was a man on a mission. He scored an amazing number of points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thanks for the report, D.A. Great, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
And Greg, let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
The Magic trail by 11. And Augustine kicks to Galloway. Another miss by Orlando. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And it's sent back by Isaac.
Isaac using every bit of that 6'10 frame to send it back.
And it's in there.
You want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And guys, it doesn't matter who you're rooting for. You've got to appreciate a reverse jam like that.
Greg, those kinds of dunks are how reputations are built.
Yes.
Galloway taking his time here. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Los Angeles leading by 9. Shakur passes to Harkless. Here is Shakur. Over Augustine. A shot by Shakur, no good.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Monday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And he makes the first. You hear these defensive coaches in our meetings, Doris, talk about their players staying on a string, helping the helper. Help defenders in this league are important.
No doubt, and there are certain guys who are gifted defensively. Paul George, to me, was a Defensive Player of the Year category. Rudy Gobert, multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy is considered a great shot blocker, and no question that's the case, but it's because his defensive rotation is so good. Guys like Marcus Smart, the ones willing to give up their body, fly around the floor, be great anticipators. I mean, that impacts winning.
Aren't they fun to watch?
So fun.
Here's Galloway. Offensive rebound. Augustine finds Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
And Kev, this is exactly what you expect from DJ Augustine. This is why coaching staffs love him. He makes
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And there's the pass to Galloway. Now, here's Isaac. He's covered by Shamet. With his first shot attempt. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Isaac. Here's Shakur, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Isaac kicks to Augustine. Outside Gibson. It's stolen by Green. Here's Kabengele. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kabengele's got 4 this quarter.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
By himself, throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless. That is his first foul of the game. And Orlando making a change here. Fournier is checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in. Now here's Bamba. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Boston. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Fournier, and the shot is long.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
The Clippers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
And it's getting closer to the All-Star voting with just 7 days left. Here's how it's shaping up.
And guys, I think it's fair to say things are finally coming into focus. We're getting a really good idea of who's going to make it.
You look at George. He's received the 4th most votes in the West. If the All-Star game were today, he'd be starting.
And that's the way it should be. As dynamic as he's been this season, it wouldn't be right if he wasn't a part of that starting lineup.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Gonna be a fantastic weekend. Augustine scores for only the 2nd time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Well, just tremendous form. DJ Augustine, even in the mid-range, is going to be so consistent.
The offensive rebound. Shakur kicks to Shamet. From deep. And Galloway pulls it down. And so Galloway with it. He'll bring it up for Orlando. They trail by 18. Wide open shot is on the money.
Perfect example of Galloway's ability to stop on a dime and drill the jumper.
Here is Shakur, guarded by Augustine. Harkless on the wing. Here's Shakur, banked in off the glass. Lights out's got 26.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Pass to Shamet. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Take a break.
The first free throw is good. Well, every year, Doris, despite the expert predictions, there are always big surprises. Some things that come out of the blue, but boy, they're fun to watch.
We tend to use that word expert lightly because you never know, despite collections of talent, who's going to work well together, who develops their chemistries, what injuries play a part in a particular season. Are there mid-season trades that sort of maybe change the chemistry and the makeup of a particular roster? So, listen, predictions, take them with a grain of salt. You never know how an NBA season might play out.
And that's why we love the regular season so much. Long, yes, but so many different twists and turns along the way.
No doubt.
Fournier the bounce pass. Bamba passes to Isaac. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up from 15. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
The Clippers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. Both free throws good from lights out. Orlando, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Here's Fultz. He's got 16. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Isaac passes to Fournier. Back to Isaac. Over Williams. Count that one from Isaac. Isaac's got 4 this quarter.
Well, I like seeing Jonathan Isaac work in the mid-range. This guy is demonstrating the touch to score from there.
A basket by Shakur.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Outside Fournier. Here's Vucevic. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubats has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Lets it go with a 3. Williams' shot is off. A challenging stretch here for Orlando. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. A spinorama. Do you know what kind of athlete you have to be to pull off that 360?
Oh, remarkable, Greg. Truly remarkable. Williams against Fournier. Passes to Fultz. Now, here's Bamba. He's covered closely, and it goes down 2 points. And that's now 18 points for Markelle Fultz.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
The Magic shooting 44% from the field in the second. Fournier against Williams. And here's Fournier. He's got 8. From 13 feet, it goes down. Fournier's got 10.
If you give Evan Fournier the kind of space necessary, he will drain it on you. That's pretty.
Oh, and he dunks it down.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Fultz, the pass to Vucevic. Isaac kicks to Fultz. Pass to Bamba. Just 5 to shoot. Orlando needs to get off a shot. From deep. Fournier's shot is off.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
1:49 left to play here in the half. Fournier for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Lights Out's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Isaac kicks to Fournier. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
George with the bucket.
Well, Paul George has got a tight handle, right? The zig, the zag, and his way through the porous defense.
Doris, you can't say enough about the defense of Paul George. I mean, he is absolutely terrific on that end of the floor.
That is in addition to being an all-NBA level offensive performer. So you think about what Paul George brings on the defensive end. The on-ball defense is incredible. He knows when to help off on drives. This guy is easily one of the best defenders at his position, if not the best.
Williams against Fournier. Over in the corner, Isaac. Outside Fournier. They could use a bucket. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Gordon's checked in for the Magic. Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. 26 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here is Shakur. Guarded by Fultz. The shot by Shakur, no good. Now, here's Isaac. Defended by George. Misses in close. Here's Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
I think, Greg, this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Los Angeles on top, running away with it. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. And as As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from lights out.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Leonard down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Lou Williams out there with lights out, and it's George in at the 3, the small forward. Snatched away. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Now here's Fultz. He's guarded by Williams. 5 on the clock. On the wing, George. Wide open look. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum. Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Doris, you played point guard. What do you like to see from that position?
Well, I'm going to go back to the Showtime Lakers, which was my first team that I adored when I was a kid watching the NBA. And the reality is this, Kevin, I love to see teams play in transition, get out in the open floor. What's better than watching Steph Curry cross half court with a full head of steam and the defender knowing, oh, good God, anything could happen here. He might pull a 3, he might finish in spectacular fashion off the run, or he might find a teammate for a momentum-building 3. Like, get in transition and run, baby.
Williams gets the bucket.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Right now, Markelle Fultz playing with a level of determination, grit, and perhaps most importantly, confidence.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. They get a hand on it. It's good. Fultz has got 22.
One of the keys as a perimeter player is always stay focused through contact. Markelle Fultz makes that shot despite the physical contact.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
He swipes the ball away again. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the ball away with just such ease. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
Out to the wing. Shoots a 3, drills the three-pointer. Fultz has got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. He kicks to Fournier. The pass to Gordon. Over Leonard. And it's Gordon missing. Clippers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Leonard attacking. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Now Fultz. 25 points in the game. They double him with George. 4 on the clock. Gordon, the pass to Fournier. A three-pointer off the mark. Clippers have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Here's Williams, here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And it's lights out with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. So for the Magic, Gibson comes in for Jonathan Isaac. And Langston Galloway's. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Fulton for Langston Galloway. Fournier. And he's finally able to knock one down. Fournier's got 12.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Here is Shakur, guarded by Fultz. And George kicks to Harrell. To the paint. Here's Shakur. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Free throw good, Shakur. Vucevic checked in for Aaron Gordon. Both free throws good from lights out.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Now here's Fultz, guarded closer. Pass to Fournier. Bamba trying to break free. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got 4 points this quarter.
Just so adept at sizing up the defense, guys. You cannot give Fournier any space.
Here's Shakur. Hits it again. Wow.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Here's Fultz. It's blocked. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Magic ball. Good if it goes. And so it's Los Angeles with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
We did it!
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Well, Orlando shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Morris is out there with Reggie Bullock. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then it's Markelle Fultz. And it's Birch in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Morris outside. Buries it from 3-point range. Morris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Clippers shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Shakur passes to Williams. It's good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Fultz. And it's Kabengele with the rebound. Here's George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Here's Shakur. And that one is hammered home.
Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
Fultz with the ball. Outside Fournier. Here's Birch. And the rejection by Harrell. The pull-up. That one doesn't drop. And Orlando the other way now. Up top, Fultz. He's guarded by Williams. The shot's good from Fournier.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
Here's Shakur. Birch grabs the board. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for Orlando. Inside. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Magic shrugs off the contact and dunks it. He'll go to the free throw line.
That's young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance. Carter Williams, he's checked in for Fultz. The Clippers also changing it up. Patterson, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And Rodney Magruder's subbed in for Lou Williams. Free throw good, Shakur. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you. And you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst. Breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career and what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Clippers foul. That's his 4th personal foul. At the line.
That's good from Carter Williams. Doris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner 3, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Pass to Fournier. Now, here's Bullock, defended by George. And no good, trying to use the glass. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the 4th so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them.
Well, you love the tenacity. Paul George cannot be contained when he gets near the 10.
Carter Williams with it, guarded now by Patrick Patterson. Now, here's Bullock. Feeds it to Morris. Count the buckets, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And guys, I like what they're doing here in the second half. Getting a lot of production in the paint and still trailing, but starting to show some grit down low.
That free throw good from Morris. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
A basket by Shakur.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
The Magic have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Floats one up. The rebound by Lights Out. The Clippers have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch.
I'll tell you, there's little you can do to stop Paul George when he's got his game going. He has the lane to the rim, and you know he's going to finish.
And here is Carter Williams. Knocks it loose. And it's Lights Out with the foul. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And the good news, though, is they've already got the win wrapped up. He might as well sit back and enjoy this one.
And the Clippers making a change here. Smith has checked in.
Luckily, they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Another win for you, Che. Looks like this team is becoming a real contender. Is it too early to start planning for the playoffs?
Hey, it's never too early, man. I started planning for the playoffs before the season even began, you know? I took one look at our roster. I called my agent and said, clear May and June for me, man, because this team is stacked. No joke.
Well, I will be there for the playoffs, and I hope to see you there as well. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again.
Guys, listen up. I just got a call from the league office. They informed me that Che is, this guy with this thing on his head he likes to call a haircut.
Hey, don't play my cut, man.
And with this guy's going to be our captain this year.
Oh, that's dope. Hey,
Congrats, man.
appreciate you, man. You sure? Hey, you a hater, man. Don't be a hater, all right? Yeah.
Little different reaction than last time, huh?
Yeah, man.
Yo, Don.
Hey, guys. Che, good to see you.
Hey,
We
what's
are
up?
really glad you can make it, and we're excited to have you here.
Hey, anything for the kids.
Nice. All right. You ready to do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Dave, we got Che here. Our raffle winner. There she is.
Hey.
All right. You two have at it.
Are we gonna play some one-on-one? You want the ball first? All right. Take it easy on me, all right? Congratulations. Good job, Brooklyn. You got me. Star in the
Che.
making.
Man, that was great.
Hey, just trying
Nice
to help
job.
the kids out.
You really made her day. Did you see her face light
I
up?
did.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Make sure you click the circle to subscribe to my YouTube gaming channel, and make sure you click the box to watch my previous uploads. Take care, and thanks again.